Good evening. It's Vijay here. Today is Sunday, 25th May 2025. Welcome to yet another weekend commentary where we discuss markets and beyond and how markets may get affected by data which we have got as far as the weekend is concerned. Everybody is talking about GDP. I would say GDP is something like good data points because there are three data points which have come, which are very good for the markets going forward. So let's just analyze it one by one. So there is this nice where mostly government data is suspect, but it's the home minister telling the prime minister that this is not an AI modified image. GDP is actually going up. And if you compare how our GDP vis-a-vis other countries is, in 1991, India's GDP was about 7% of Japan's GDP. Okay. And today, the Niti Aayog chairman says, the chief executive officer says, we are the fourth largest economy, 4 trillion economy, and it's today larger than Japan. Only United States, China, and Germany are larger. So we have come a long way since 1991 when the liberalization happened, and today we can be justifiably proud that GDP of ours is now beaten Japan. Now there could be many critics who would say, what is the use of GDP when the common man is still struggling? If we eliminate Ambani's and Adani's numbers, then GDP will be much lower. Of course, there is always a bright spot and there is always a negative way of looking at it. What I'm looking at it is this Adani and Ambani's, net worth was as high last week vis-a-vis what it is today. Yet we have grown, or last month or last year. So we have grown steadily. Okay, Ambani's wealth has grown, Adani's wealth has grown, but as a country, has also grown. There are a lot of distance to cover, and so I think we will cover it slow and steady. That is what I look at it, the positive side. There is a second data point. The first data point was the GDP. The second data point is the RBI's record dividend to government, about 2.69 lakh crores. Again, here positive and negative. Some people said it should have been more than 3 crores. And so anything what anybody does, there is always a downside. Negativity will always be there. Look at the positivity. Today, they're given 2.69 lakh crores for this year. It is last year was 2.11 lakh. In financial year 22, it was just zero point 0.3 lakh crores. So we have again come a long way. I think what RBI has done is very prudent. They've increased significantly from last year. And if you see last year over previous year, previous financial year 2023 was only 0.87 lakh crores. So we should be happy the way we are progressing. And whatever prudence RBI has shown, the recent RBI governor is a very prudent guy. What he has done is that they have kept some buffer should there be some problem in the future. I think that bodes very well. So let's look at what happened on Friday. Market saw all-round buying, 48 or 50 stocks closed in the green. Sensex rose about 770 points. Bank Nifty gained 457 points. Not many were expecting significant rise on Friday, but it did that. Except pharma and healthcare, all sectors closed in the green. And the stocks, IT stocks, also recovered previous day losses. So that was a very good Friday. But how did we fare over the week before that? What happened to FIs and DIs? FIs have come back to buy about close to 1800 crores and DIs about 300. So both of them are on the buying side. This is very unusual. Usually, FIs sell, DIs buy, or DIs sell, FIs buy. But for the last few days, this is the third time I think both FIs and DIs are on the buying side, which is something very unusually good. How did markets fare this week? Markets actually were negative this week. So Sensex and Nifty were down nearly 1% because midweek we had a big fall. So 35 Nifty stocks actually posted losses. Grasim, Maruti, M&M were the top 3 Nifty losers. BEL has come back in a very big way. We used to have it, but so unfortunately we don't have BEL. We moved on to Apollo Microsystems to be in the defense sector. BEL did very well. HDFC Life, Tata Steel were the Toyota was a surprise winner, and Geo Finance also was one more stock which did well. In the mid cap, Strides Pharma, Delivery, Angel One, and Solar Industries are the top mid gainers. Now, global equities, you see, just after we closed market, Trump talked of again tariff on EU at 50% from June 1st. So that crashed the European markets. So if you observe, DAX has fallen 1.54%, CAC was down by 1.65. Even the US markets opened significantly lower, 600, 700 points, but they bounced back and they have closed much higher than the day's low. Both, not both, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P, all of them. Though Nasdaq showed 1% drop, but still it was much higher from the day's lows. Commodities, what did commodities do? Not much in as far as the oil is concerned. It is because the Iran issue is there, but I think oil will start coming down. I think today they've finished another round of discussion between Iran and US. I think it'll augur well for the both on geopolitics as well as on the prices. Gold rose close to 2%, silver went up by 1%, and copper went up by 1%. I've been very bullish on silver and copper, and they're going up steadily. Gold, I think it's still a rebound rally. It fell because there was this issue of tariffs on EU. This is the third point which I'm noting down, which I would like to emphasize. India and US are close to an agreement, so we'll get an agreement by the end of this month. I'm pretty sure about it. And I think it will be an agreement which will be cheered by the markets. It will surely affect a lot of Indian companies. So those will get hurt. But overall, if we get an agreement, which means that the 26% additional tariff which Trump has put will come down significantly, in my opinion, but the 10% will remain. So we are not better off than what we were before April 2nd. But still, our tariffs, the 26% at least, that stigma, or let's say the Damocles sword which was hanging on our head, will come down, in my opinion. And then that's what the government sources are talking about. So I think we should have a good time as far as the US tariffs are concerned. So we are GDP is good. Our RBI dividend is very good and prudent. And here we have a in principle agreement coming up this week, or maybe in the next 10 days. So I feel there is no reason for being bearish. Incidentally, on Friday, a lot of people were bearish because of the COVID reappearing. I don't think that is going to be a problem at all. All of us have taken precautions against that. And I know how, I mean, people know how to react to it. COVID is just another form of flu at this point. So I am not concerned about it. I don't think anybody should be concerned about it. I think we should continue to enjoy our weekend and look forward to a brighter tomorrow. So let's come back tomorrow and discuss what we should do during intraday. So thank you for joining me.